All right, guys, sometimes you get something in the mail that you're actually a little excited about. Oh yes, a little excited. Most of you know that I'm pretty fond of the AKASO line of cameras, as I have the V50 Pro, the V50 Pro SE, and the V50 Elite. I've been happy with all of them, especially the V50 Pro line. I've also had a chance to go on the other end of the AKASO spectrum and play with the 7000 line, one of their cheapest cameras. And even though it has no image stabilization, it actually is, for the price, better than I expected. But today, we got a new camera from AKASO, and it's one of their lineups that I haven't had a chance to play with at all. So, really excited for this one. Oh yes, really excited for this one. And it's the AKASO Brave 6 Plus. The Plus, right here. Check it, Plus. We're gonna take a look at what comes in the box, take it for a little walk, and see what we think. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a couple more videos coming out. All right, let's crack it open. All right, so before we crack open the box, again, I haven't had a chance to play with the Brave line from AKASO. So this is the 6 Plus. What's the Plus? I'm not even sure, but let's look at the specs. We are looking at waterproof 40 meters with case, 8x zoom, has a touchscreen, voice control, 4K 30, so it doesn't have the 4K 60 that you would get on the V50 Pro SE or the V50 Pro Elite. 20 megapixel photo and image stabilization. So it does have electronic image stabilization. I think it's based on a 6-axis gyro. So if we scroll down here a bit more, you'll see the 4K gimbal-like 6-axis stabilization. So I am curious to see if this has been improved over even the V50 Pro SE, because, well, it's newer. The V50 Pro line has been out for actually a fair bit of time. Built-in Wi-Fi, great if you want to connect it to your smartphone. Hands-free control, waterproof case included, and here's the last one that's actually a big one, and I'm really concerned and excited to try this. And this feature here I'll probably be trying in a different video where we'll take the camera out for a motorcycle ride just to see how well it does, and that's external mic support. So for those of us that want to be able to plug in a microphone to this is fantastic. Now the V50 Pro series previous to this, I believe, was the only series from AKASO that actually had external mic support. Be aware, it requires the AKASO mic. So as you can see here, AKASO does sell their own little USB microphone, and you should be good to go. Now, this does say USB-C. I can't remember if the previous mic from AKASO was USB-C or just mini USB or micro USB. One of the two. I can't remember. I'll have to take a look. All right, that's kind of what it shows. Let's see what's in the box. Here it is. And it's a nice box. This is a little different than the AKASO V50 lineup, which was the bottom section was like this, and then it had the camera clear at the top, but none of us had the ability to open it, and it was always a bit of an issue. Not that the box is the selling point, but it kind of is here. This is a much nicer box. So we just slide this off. You will see AKASO kind of in here. You guys see that? AKASO just kind of written in there. It's cool. And let's open it. See, that's way nicer. Look at that. Oh, I like that a lot. To my friends, thank you for choosing AKASO. We encourage people to go outside and enjoy the world, and we believe that it is right for everyone. This is a lovely box. Oh yes, way nicer. I love the fact that they did it this way. So let's take a look. First, here's the camera. The AKASO 6 Plus. Comes in its case, comes with a little GoPro mount on it already. A couple little stickers. We will open this up and take a look at that in a second. We have the accessories. Oh, I like this box. Oh, everything comes in a nice pouch. Well done, guys. You've actually upped your game in your packaging. Well, that's fantastic. We get a little 1 bag, 2 bag, 3 bag, and the fact that everything comes in little bags. That's awesome. Okay, we'll put these over here just to see what's in it. You also get the little AKASO sticker, the AKASO Club. You do get a quick start guide, AKASO Brave 6. So it kind of shows you what app to get, how to open the case, how to charge the batteries, how to put the batteries in, and there is looks like the QR code for you and I to be able to go get the app. So I will look at that in a second. Actually, let's look at it now just to verify that that's what it is. So we'll just do one of these, and oh no, That little code simply just takes you online to go get a digital version of the manual. All right, well, good to know. Good to know. And if I would have read the English part of the manual, that's exactly what it says. Now, the app that you and I need, again, I'll see if I can find it here, is called AKASO Go. So hopefully you guys can see that right there. AKASO Go, hit that little get button, voila, and down it comes. Cool, it can download while we continue on our way. So I'm gonna move this box, even though, fantastic, it's so good. So let's do these in order. Bag number 1 comes with, and the AKASO stuff always comes with an enormous amount of accessories. We get some little bands. So these are bands that you and I can use to tie these down. We get a bicycle mount and a whack load of GoPro style mounts. Look at these, it's just an enormous amount. And that's why I love the AKASO stuff so much. You just get so much stuff. It's just so hard to argue with value versus performance. You know, they do such a good job. So this is all, well, this is some of the accessories in bag 1. Bag 2, what do we get in bag 2? So we'll move some of this around. Bag 2, we get dual battery charger, we get battery 1, we get a little, I would say this is a wrist strap, the little wrist strap with remote, and battery 2. So I'll make sure I charge these right away before we go test. So that's bag number 2. Bag number 2. Oh yes. Bag number 3. So good. We get the USB-C charging cable. Oh, they went USB-C. Smart. Well done. We get the different backing. This is for the waterproof case. So this one here is not waterproof, and you'll see there's 2 little holes in it. Now the bonus of these holes, number 1, is that if you're in a scenario where it is hot and humid out, if you have a sealed case, it has a tendency to fog up. So if you need some protection, but not complete waterproofing, or you want to be able to get a little bit of audio coming through, not a lot, but a little bit, putting this case on, or this rear door versus the original, can be beneficial because it allows airflow. Get some flow in there. Make sure that it doesn't fog up on you, because nobody wants to look at footage that's all foggy. And most of us will put this camera somewhere else and we can't see that it's fogging up, and we get home and we're like, that sucks. Remember that you have this. And we get a little security strap. So this is going to secure on there. So just in case one of the mounts comes loose, you have something that's secured on there, which is great. And cleaning cloth, sweet, and some more adhesive strips. So much included in the box. If you're looking for a camera that you can buy just once, you know that you're not going to have to go online or go somewhere and end up spending more money looking for more accessories. The chances are really good that when you get, especially one of the AKASO cameras, you're good. You know, you got all the adapters. Chances are really good that you won't need anything else to mount this to whatever you're trying to mount it to. That's awesome. Bag 1's got the majority of the goodies in it though. Bag 1. In this case, this one here, also important. It's kind of like the naked case. So if you're looking at not wanting your camera in a full protective gear, because you know, if you put it in protective gear, it's dust proof and rain proof and all that good stuff, but you lose a little bit of clarity because you have another piece of plastic in front of the lens. And if you are someone that wants to make sure that you don't get like fogging, then I shoot a lot of times, majority of the time, without the big plastic case on it. All right, star of the show, Brave 6 Plus. Oh yeah, so even the buttons look a little different here. Look on the case, you got these cool little buttons right there. Pop that open, case opens nice. Pop the camera out. So pretty standard looking little case, nothing overly fancy, but buttons are super nice and accessible, which is great. These buttons on the side, that's really the only buttons that are on this that are accessible via the case. Nice and simple. The other thing I like about it too is that this is a little different than a lot of the other cases that are out there, especially with these triangle buttons, which means that if you're like me and you have a whole bunch of action cams from different companies, you're not trying different cases trying to figure out which one matches which camera. That's a good giveaway. So that's kind of nice. Put that right there. And there it is. There's the AKASO Brave 6 Plus. So nice and square, really square camera, but you will see that you have some blue accents on this side. There's your screen over here, blue accents on this side. This is going to peel up, which is going to show you your USB-C and what looks like your possible micro USB, possibly, maybe. On this side, anything? Well, maybe there's a little arrow right there, just a tiny little arrow. It slides upwards, and that's your battery. Oh, that's much nicer. Look how easy that pops up. Now again, I can't compare this to the previous Brave 6 series. I don't know if it was like that, but I like that even better than the V50 Pro. I must say, I think having that on the side. That's nice to be able to have access to that there. Oh, I like that. That's cool. And I'm gonna try one of these batteries. Now, I don't know if either of these batteries have any juice to them, but I'll give you some information on the battery. So the battery itself, turn that around, you guys can see it. Rechargeable lithium-ion battery, 3.7 volts, 1,350 milliamp hours, 4.995 watt hours. I believe that's what that means. So it looks like it's a little bigger than the V50 Pro series of batteries, which could be good. And that is gonna simply go in here. Line that up. Just so you guys know too, there is a little cover, just a tiny one, on the lens. Alright, so button wise, you have a power button on the front, and then you have your buttons on the top. These ones probably, my guess, will go through your menus, and this hopefully is the record on off. But let's take a look down here just to see. So we'll power this on, hopefully. No SD card, nope, you're correct. So select camera mode. Click here for settings. I love that it has a little walkthrough. Click left for albums. Expand the shortcut. Pull down. Swipe left and right to switch work mode. Press shutter to shoot. Yep. Download sports camera app. I've done it already. Enjoy your sports camera. I'm gonna enjoy it. So right now it is set to 4K 30. I believe if I tap that, so the display goes away. Hitting the camera here will change it between video, photo, video settings, photo settings, camera settings. So if I go video settings, video mode, normal, driving. So we're just going normal. I know, no SD card. Resolution, 4K 30, 2.730, 1440 60, 1440 30, 1080 90, a little bit of a different number, but 90, 1080 60, 1080 30, and 720p 120. So that's a good. Image stabilization. Can we do, I have 4K 30. Image stabilization does work in that, so that's good. Video encoder, you choose H.264 or H.265. I will just keep it at H.264 for now. Angles, we have wide, medium, and narrow. Again, I'm going to keep it in wide. Do you want distortion calibration? We'll try it when we go outside, both, just to see. I would say with wide, a lot of times it's going to help correct, but you may zoom in a little bit, so we'll try. Audio, exposure, this will be exposure compensation if you want it. We won't play with that right now. White balance, meter mode. So where is it going to meter for exposure? So I'm going to set it to average, and that's it for that. Super cool. And again, you can go there, do photo settings, camera settings. Camera settings here would be like, do you want it upside down? Is it filter, scene mode, voice control, driving mode, screensaver, auto power off, frequency. Frequency is important. That's a big one to change because we're 60 hertz here. Key tone, date stamp, no thank you. Date and time don't matter. We can't set that. And that actually is important because when it comes into the computer, we want it to have the correct date on it so it organizes properly. That's a big one. Wi-Fi, factory reset, and format your card. Super nice. If we come back out of this, you will see a settings button at the bottom, and that takes you into whatever mode you're in. So if you're in video, it takes you into the video settings. If you're in photo, it takes you into the photo settings. Now the other thing it has here, battery, time. If you slide, I think it said, it would probably go into play mode. Slide this way. I'm not too sure. Okay, I've got it set up I think how I want. I'm gonna go get an SD card. You and I are gonna head outside and we're gonna just do a walk up and down the street just to see what the quality is like. Super cool. Let's go do that. All right guys, we're outside. Beautiful outside. It's like 27 degrees out Celsius. So you guys will get a good idea, I think, of the width and everything of this camera. I'll just do a little walk to the mailbox just to see what it's like. Yep, a bunch of dust already on it. So a little bit of wind, not bad. You guys will get an idea. I'm at arm's length of hopefully the width and what this is like while walking, because primarily that's what most of us are gonna use cameras for, and a good idea of what this microphone and its stability is like. So I'm not walking anything fancy or trying to walk less or more smoothly or less smoothly than I normally would. But I'm just gonna hop over here and check to see if I have any mail. I think I do. Pretty sure I do. So mailbox time and keys. You guys get an idea of like the color and stability and sound. So hold on. Ooh, something's here. I think something from Amazon. Amazon stuff. And that looks like it. That's all. That's it. So not too exciting. I still find it funny when I'm walking around, especially in our neighborhood. Especially now, so many people are home, and they're all just like, "What is the crazy guy with the camera shooting himself for?" It's because of this. It's because of you guys. Yeah, testing out this gear. I like this little camera. I haven't seen it, but I like it so far. So I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can walk this way, and we can see what it's like. How exciting was that? Super exciting? No, not at all. Okay, so we're gonna hop in the house. I'm gonna see what this is. I'm gonna take a look at the footage, and you guys can get an idea of what you think. Now, in a follow-up video, which I will be doing soon, I hope, a few things. So this does take an external mic. It does say through the USB-C port, but I don't have a USB-C mic, and I just checked online to look at the AKASO mics, and they're all the same mic that I have that say they're compatible with the V50 Pro. So I just reached out to AKASO to see if there's a new mic coming out, because I don't know, or if I can just get a USB-C to micro USB adapter, or if I can actually plug it into the micro USB port to see if that works. But I don't know. So that video is going to come up soon in regards to a little comparison with the external mic to see how it works. We'll take it out on a motorcycle ride, and if I can get that to work, what we'll do is we'll do a comparison video up against maybe the V50 Pro and maybe the GoPro. Alright, let's go back upstairs. It's warm out, so warm. Oh, hot. Yep, hot. Alright, so we're back in the house. And we've had a chance to take a look at the footage that comes from this little fella right here. You guys can see it. The AKASO Brave 6 Plus. Nice looking camera. Stabilization wise, I think it actually does a pretty good job. Without putting the two together, I'd say it's very comparable to what the V50 Pro is doing. Really similar stabilization as the Pro. Now, audio is something that I'm going to test a bit further in a different video, because I'm not 100% sure as to where the actual microphone is. It could be in the front. There's a little tiny hole underneath the word plus, which I think is where it may be. You can maybe see it here, a little hole there right under where it says plus. There's just a tiny little spot right there. That may be it, but it may be somewhere else. So I'm not 100% sure, because the audio that you guys heard was definitely boosted a little bit, because I did find it quiet. So I'm not sure if that is something that I can adjust in camera. I will look to see if there is an adjustment, just to see. But as of now, it was quiet. Also, the external mic. So I did reach out to AKASO. As I said before, you do need to use the new AKASO USB-C microphone. Now, here in Canada, it is not available anywhere. And I talked to them again, and they said because of all these shipping constraints, they are having all kinds of problems getting it to Canada, which I understand as of now. In the US on Amazon, it is available. As you can see here, it comes in around $10 US, which is a great price for the microphone that it is. I actually ordered it, and it is on its way here to me, because it is one of the things that will do cross border, it says, and it should be here, they say June 3rd. Fingers crossed. We'll see. All depends on border stuff. But it cost over $40 Canadian, and that's because of all the shipping. It was $22 US to have it shipped. So just be aware right now, if you're buying this in Canada and the external microphone is a real big component for you, because of whatever you're doing, either put in your head that you're gonna have to spend about $40 Canadian to get it from Amazon in the US, which I will put links down below for it, show you where I got it from. And that's a pretty hefty addition to the price of the camera, but it's still a lot cheaper than if you were to buy, let's say, a GoPro and have to spend $65 to $70 on their adapter plus a microphone. Do you have to pay a bit? Yeah. In the States, is it considerably cheaper? Most definitely. Is it gonna come to Amazon Canada? For sure. Akaso told me it was just because of shipping constraints right now. It'll be cheaper for you guys in the future, maybe when you're watching this video. If and when it does become available on Amazon Canada, I will make sure to put links down there below. So as far as color and image quality, I think it's good. I would like to see the Akasos have a super wide, so widen it out a little bit more, just like GoPro does. Their wide is nice, but it's really the standard wide of the GoPro. I'd like that super wide, especially for those of us that are doing things like motorcycling. Getting that extra width is really nice. So yeah, stabilizer's good, color's great. I really like the color that comes out of the Akaso cameras. You know, super impressive. The ability for this to take an external microphone, cool. Right now it's a nice little added expense, but in the US, fantastic price, 10 bucks. Here, a bit more, but still cheaper than a GoPro. And build quality, decent, for sure. There's nothing wrong with it. I love that they put the battery on the side. I love the little blue accents on the top as well, which is kind of cool. I love that they went USB-C for charging as well as for their microphone. Yeah, I think it's a good little camera, especially at its price. Just be aware, the internal microphone, as far as I can tell right now, not great, but I haven't had a chance to go into any of the settings to play around. Which leads me to future video. So 2 future videos will be coming out. One, I am going to hook up the Akaso Go app to this camera and we'll do a video on it so you guys can see what it looks like. That should come out hopefully soon. And I will do another one with the external mic. So we'll do a motorcycle vlog test where we plug the external mic into this and go for a rip. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave you there. Link down below to whatever I can find that supports this. So it could be Akaso, it could be Amazon, whatever. And I'll leave you there. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next video. I'm hungry. Ugh, hungry. Gotta go eat. Later, my friends.